So,
Yes, sir.
storage devices, very good. Three types: magnetic type of storage devices, optical storage devices, NAND type of storages. Because this NAND type is added, okay, earlier only magnetic and optical, so later NAND storages. Magnetic type of storage means data stores on the magnetic materials type. Okay, on the magnetic base, it is data is stored. Like your hard disk, floppy disk, zip drives, tape drives. These are all magnetic type of storages only. Optical storage devices. Data stores in that kind of CD, DVD, Blu Ray Disc using an optical means a laser, a kind of laser which read and write data on these devices. That's why it is called as optical storage. NAND type of storages are like a chip type. So you have some chip, like a memory cards, pen drives, SSDs. These are the chips. In this chip, data is stored. Okay, like electrical type, logical circuit wise, it is connected and storing data and stuff. So we'll see all the sessions except this hard disk and SSDs. We'll discuss once we are completed up here, then we'll go to the hard disk and SSD because difference between hard disk and SSD also important. That's why separately, small, we are discuss first and see. Floppy disk. Nowadays, we are not using this floppy disk. So there is a floppy disk. See the small size one. This is called a 3.5-inch floppy disk, which is actually bigger size floppy disk. Means content wise, storage wise, bigger size. You know how much size it is? 1.44 MB. This floppy disk, and inside this floppy disk, so there is a thin magnetic film is there. In that one, data is stored. You can go to this images. Now we can buy it. No use of buying or having this one. But this floppy disk, inside of this floppy disk, you have a small magnetic material. So it's a bunch of earlier days to boot your system, to load drivers, storing your files. We are having this floppy disk. Different sizes are available. So like this. This is the film. In this film, actual data is stored. Remaining is protection covers only. Okay, there's separate class on this floppy disk to in earlier days. Now it is not at all required. Next is zip drives. These zip drives are like a floppy disk. As I said, floppy disk maximum size is 1.44 MB. Nowadays, you can't store a single picture inside. You know, when I was done my project, my diploma project, entire project document, I put it in a floppy disk. Okay, so that's the point. Zip drives not for home purpose, not for you people to carry easily. It's a costly, but size of this storage disk zip drives is very okay. It's like a floppy disk is 1.44 MB, but these zip drives are available in 100 MB, 200 MB, 250 MB sizes also available. See 100 MB, 250 MB or 750 MB zip drives are available. This is a drive means where we are inserting it, not in the direct system. There's separate drives are there to read and write the data. Okay. And what is the purpose? Earlier they use, you know, when you want to install an operating system. Now we are having 4 GB RAM, okay, 16 GB RAM, okay, this kind of stuff. Earlier RAM is 32 MB RAM, 32 MB RAM. 64 MB RAM, 128 MB RAMs are there. Okay. And operating systems also like a 1 GB, 500 MB, 200 MB operating systems are there. So loading of operating system, that time it is very difficult. We take time, lot of time. Like minimum 1 hour to 1.5 hour loading of operating system. And installation of device drivers, lot of drivers you have to install it. Keyboard, monitor, every driver you have to install it. Then you have to install that applications. Okay, it take lot of time to do it. So what the people do, they take one machine. So for home purpose, we install everything. 1 second. No. Okay, so what they do, so they take one system. So in organizations, multiple systems, colleges, multiple systems. One by one installation take long time and a lot of work also. So take one system, reference system. They install everything in one system and they copy entire that installation files into the zip drives. So they use a bootable floppy, insert it, boot the system, and copy all the files into another system, and restart the system. Automatically, everything setup is completed within a 20 minutes. 15 to 20 minutes setup is get ready. So it's used in an organizational wise. They are using not for a home purpose. This is a zip drive. The last and another one is tape drive. These tape drives we are using. We are not using floppy disk kind of stuff, but tape drives we are using. These are the big tape libraries. Okay, tape libraries. And these tape drives are again not for a home purpose. These tape drives are used to store your data, mainly backup data. Okay, so whenever you are taking a backup, it is a cheaper backup solutions. These tape drives also available in the different sizes. This is the reading and writing tape drives. Okay, these are the tape drives. Okay, some organization use a single read and writing, some are dual read and writing, some are like this kind of tape drive data center type. Okay, so robotic type tape drives data centers are so there, robotic type. Okay, so when you are using a backup in organizations, they use these tape drives for storing their backups. Even CC cam data also we can store in these backups. Nowadays, still we are using cloud computing nowadays, right? Even the cloud, you want to go with the backup services in the cloud, they store your data in the backup. Where it stores? In the your backup data stores in the tape drives only in the cloud. Okay, so still we are using tape drives for storing our backup. These tape drives also available in a different sizes. Okay, this tape drive is called as DDS, digital data storages or digital audio tapes. Still we are using, it's a cheaper backup solution. Another one is optical storage devices. Compact disc like a CD, DVD, Blu Ray Disc. These CDs, Blu Ray, DVDs, CD, DVD. The physically, it's look like same only, same physical size, but capacity wise, there are different. In these days, internally, that tracks sectors like in a hard disk, but in here we call it bits. and some other names are there. Okay, I am not very, I'm not required for spot pitch. The density of the spot sizes and pitch sizes are thicker here. See, it is very small pitch and spot size. This is little bigger. This is very big. So like in CDs, DVDs, Blu-rays. So CD, DVD, Blu-ray physically look like same, but the way it is data storing is different. Okay. So what is this? It is we use some laser light. So there's some DVD this readers having a laser beam. So fall on this and reading the data from it. Okay. Yeah. Uh, CDs. CD, the capacity is 700 MB. Sir, one flash. One second. Okay, sorry. Okay. CD, DVD. CD is a 700 MB, around 700 or 720 MB. So we can able to put a maximum data like around 600 to 650 MB data guarantee. Why can't you put a 700? Is because that CD edges sometimes because of some rupture data will be gone. Hello. Data may be corrupted. So that's why better to store data little lesser than total capacity. Okay. So around 80 minutes of audio track we can store into CDs. So generally CD we are using to store data, but originally CD is meant for audio CD separate audio. Okay, maybe if you go to any big temples kind of stuff, market, temples, big markets are then near. So they will still selling these CDs. The CDs are gone, but still there are selling methods. Okay. Now everything is available online, YouTube, like that, to all devotional songs and everything. Now, but still the CDs are available. Audio tapes, audio cassettes, audio CDs are available. And DVD. So DVD is a 4.7 GB. It is around 5 times. So 5 times or 6 times, more than 6 times. 6 times size on the CD. So CD is 700, so it is 4.7. So around more than 6 times bigger than CD capacity. So generally DVDs are storing for video. That's a digital versatile data, digital video disk. Okay. So again, we are able to store our data also, right? There is double layer DVDs, this capacity around 8 or 8.5 GB capacities. Then later Blu-rays are came. This Blu-rays capacity is 25 GB single layer, double layer means 50 GB. But these Blu-rays not click in the market. Why? Because of by CDs and then DVDs came and around the DVDs are in the market. That time only pen drives come into the more handy. Now after pen drives, cloud came. It's automatically can store data in a gmail.com, Google Drives. Okay. So it is 10 GB, 15 GB, can store it, right? So and people are smartphones are came. So more flexible to store data, internal data, memory cards. So don't require all the DVDs carrying to watch movies. Internet 3G data came, then 4G data came. So obviously not required of Blu-rays to storing heavy data movies. But still, some people may use it. But problem is when Blu-ray is launched, the readers of Blu-ray players, Blu-ray readers are very costly. Blu-ray disc also very costly. But still we are using these Blu-rays for storing games like this. PS4, PS5, what is another one? Xbox. These gamings will store in the Blu-ray format because the games, it's a high quality games. So there are also very big size. Okay. 10 GB, 20 GB size of data is there to where can put it. So it is Blu-ray Disc. Okay. So this is about your storages and their special type of storage is called SCSI. SCSI. This is a SCSI controller, guys. Small computer system interface. This is a SCSI adapter. To this SCSI adapter, we can connect multiple hard disks to it. Okay. So these hard disks, what we are calling it as SCSI hard disk. Like this, we can able to connect. Internally, externally, we can connect different devices like SCSI hard disk, SCSI CD-ROM, SCSI printers are there. So mainly we are connecting. This is the adapter. I am connecting like a hard disk like this. These hard disks are SCSI hard disk. And these hard disk also, these adapters, this SCSI hard disk, we are not using for a home purpose. It is enterprise level only in organizations. So these SCSI adapters inserted into the server, okay, and the server want to store lot of data, right? Lot of data is there where they store in the different disk. So you want to connect different multiple disks you want to connect it. So how to connect with the help of this SCSI adapters. So SCSI disk connected to SCSI adapters. These adapters are inserted into server motherboards. So we can store the data in this disk. These disks are SCSI disks. So later this SCSI disk, that's earlier this parallel port connecting is there. Now this parallel port become SAS disk. Okay, it is SAS type of disk. SAS disks are like this. Serial port only. SAS disk nothing but a SCSI type only. But SCSI means parallel port. Okay, SCSI means parallel port. SAS means serial port, just like a SATA hard disk. Little difference is there. Okay. We'll try any comparison. See, in a servers, we have a storage arrays like this. So you simply open it. So this the part. Okay. Open it. Insert a disk inside. Okay. So somewhere a disk is open. Can't able to see properly. Okay. So this SCSI or SAS type of disk. This is a complete disk. So while system is running, we can insert it and remove the disk also. So hot swappable disk. High speed capacities, high speed read and write also there. But not used for desktop or laptop purpose. We use it for a server purpose. Okay, another type of storage. Okay. Still hard disk is not yet came up. Okay. Yeah, hard disk is there. We'll see. So finally we discuss components except this hard disk and SSD. One by one we'll see because still there is some more points also there. What is this? We'll see. You are storing data like there is internal memories, external memories. Internal memories like internal hard disk, SSDs. In a mobile phones, there is a internal storage called eMMC chips. This eMMC chips used for storing a data internal memory of your mobile phones and tablets. eMMC chips are used to store data in your mobile phones. In your mobile phone, internal memory is eMMC chip. Your tablets, eMMC chip. Mini laptops, eMMC chips are used to store the data. So what data stores in internal hard disk or SSDs or eMMC chip? Operating systems, applications, and data stores in your internal data. So internal hard disk, SSDs, eMMC chip. Externally, we store our data into the pen drives, memory cards like SD cards, external hard disk. We are storing a external data, means you don't want to store inside your system or separately copy you want to maintain, we put it in external. Internally, we are having operating system, application data stores in our internal storage system. Just it is there, that's why I told. And one more point also, extra point is also added here. That is also we'll see. Okay. But before that one, so what is the hard disk? Hard disk is magnetic type of storages. Hard disk is magnetic type of storages. Mass storage device. Hard disk is mass storage device. Means we store large amount of data in the hard disk. And hard disk is non-volatile storage. It means even you shut down your PC, data won't be gone from your hard disk. Non-volatile storage. The hard disk is like this. You can see hard disk. There is a disk content. This is called a platter. That disk type thing is called a platter, where data is stored in that platter only. This disk attached with a spindle motor, a small motor. Okay. So whenever you power on this disk, that's a spindle motor rotates this disk platter. And you see there is a actuator. This is called actuator arm. And the tip of actuator arm contains magnetic read and write header. This arm moves on this platter to read and write data on this platter. It's supported with some actuator, which is permanent magnet, which moves this arm on this platter. So where is the data stored? On the platter. Okay, this is internal parts of hard disk. And same hard disk is connected to your motherboard, right? Hard disk is connected to your motherboard. To connect a hard disk to your motherboard, so the hard disk contains different interfaces. Okay, see this is a old type of hard disk. Okay, this interface we call it as IDE or PATA interface hard disk. Means it's a parallel interface, parallel advanced technology. PATA means parallel advanced technology. So parallel interface. We use a 40-pin ribbon cable to connect this hard disk to motherboard. This is the ribbon cable. One side of the ribbon cable connected to motherboard, other side of the cable is connected to the hard disk. If you see, this contains 3 points. One is go to motherboard, whatever two means you can connect 2 hard disks, 2 CDROMs, or 1 hard disk, 1 CD-ROM wise also we can connect it. So this is a power supply connector. This is a data cable connector. So 40-pin connector, it is the PATA hard disk. After PATA hard disk, later SATA hard disk came. SATA means serial advanced technology attachment, means serial connectivity. It contains 7-pin connector, which is we use single kind of wire. It's not ribbon wire, it's simple single wire only. So this type of wire we use it to connect it. This is SATA hard disk. See the SATA hard disk interface like this. You connect SATA interface hard disk from hard disk to motherboard. So already I open this one, right? See, this one side of the cable connected to the hard disk here, data connector. Another side of the hard disk, another side of the cable connected to the motherboard. Okay. The one is go to motherboard, another is go to the hard disk SATA interface. Like this. On motherboard, it is connected. This is internal components. This is the logical board. The logical board contains interfaces. Okay. So this is the SATA power connection. This small one, 7-pin is data connector. The bigger one is power connector. This is a old to new transformation type. They provide both type of power supply. This is the exact one. This is okay data connector. This is a power connector. This is the cable. So when SATA came into market, that is, it is faster than SATA interface hard disk. So automatically SATA interface hard disk are gone from the market. SATA interface hard disk are we are using. Current SATA interface version is 3. It's around 6 Gbps transmission, data transmission speed. Okay. This internal hard disk we are using internally for storing our operating system, applications, and data. So there is in a hard disk also 3.5-inch hard disk, 2.5-inch hard disk also there. 3.5-inch hard disk used for a desktop purpose. 2.5-inch hard disk used for a laptop purpose or mini PCs. 3.5-inch hard disk for desktop purpose. 2.5-inch hard disk is for laptop. Even this hard disk also, external hard disk also available. Okay, external hard disk. These external hard disks are used to store data. What data? I have a lot of data, downloaded data is there, like applications, operating system downloads, different operating system, applications, videos, audio files, documents, class videos. Like I have a lot of stuff. I can't keep always in my system, right? So I will keep it separately in the external hard disk. Okay, or maybe I do not have enough space in my system, so I will keep it in a external hard disk. I move data to external hard disk. Or someone other system need some 10 GB application is there, so it's a big application. So I need to be copy into it. So it's difficult to use some pendrive or anything. External hard disk are bigger the sizes, available in different sizes also 1 terabyte, 2 terabyte, 4 terabyte external hard disk are available. You can transfer your data easily to it. Okay. So that is the purpose of external hard disk. So this is about your external hard disk. Okay. The last one is SSD. What is SSD and differences? Then we close. So I need 5 to 10 minutes. So yeah. Otherwise, what happen? It is keep on delaying. Like if I shift it to next class. So again, that is another 1 hour. Again. So why should we delay it? We have to complete faster. Then you can prepare. And you got a time tomorrow and day after tomorrow, guys. What are the things? Prepare all your version kind of stuff. Okay. What are the search, shared notes, or Google Drive things, videos? Practice it. First preference is your version. Okay. But give an half an hour, 1.5 hour time. I'm asking minimum half an hour, 1.5 hour daily to read what we have discussed the day. Okay. And if you have more time other than your version preparation, communication, voice and action preparations, and still you're done half an hour for our technical, still you are having a time, go through any related kind of stuff. Okay, anything related to technical, you can try. I can also share some kind of videos. Then you'll get some idea about those things, like different motherboards or monitors CPUs, 32-bit 64 differences. I will share those videos also. Okay. Right. And today's recordings, right now I'm not uploading. Okay. Maybe I will try to upload. Otherwise, I will upload by night or maybe tomorrow I will try. No guarantees. So compulsory, listen. Okay. Notes is there. So from notes you can do it. Yeah. We'll back. SSD, solid state drive. In the olden days, if you write solid state drive, okay, SCSI, small computer system interface, you got a 1 or 2 marks. Now it is not. Okay, you have to explain what is SSD. What is SSD? Solid state drive. It is a NAND memory type. NAND memory means data stores in chips. Okay, so here we do small comparison between SSD and hard disk. Yes, SSD and hard disk both are non-volatile memories. Both are used for mass storage devices. Internally, both are used for storing operating system, applications, and data purpose. But in a hard disk, data stores in platter. SSD data stores in chips. Comparatively, SSD to hard disk, it's very easy to carry. It's lighter weight, easy to carry, easy to transport. Easy to carry means that is the point. Easy to transport, less weight, lesser power consumptions, smaller the size, high speed, read and write transmission. Very important is compared to SATA hard disk, SSDs are high speed read and write and data transmissions. It is more suitable to store your operating system and applications. By using to store your operating system, you reach faster booting, faster application loading. It is generally not suitable for storing regular data. Of course, we can store it. Why it is not suitable? Because cost comparison. Last time when I want to buy a hard disk, totally three. One is laptop, 1 TB of hard disk. It's cost me around 4,000 like that. Another is desktop hard disk, 1 TB. It cost me around 3,400 around 3,400, 2,500 like that. And another is 240 GB SSD. That cost me around 3,000. 240 GB SSD. But around 3,000, 3,500, I got a 1 TB of hard disk. So 5 times, 4 times cost difference is there. 1 TB of SSD is very costly that time, around 12,000 like that. Okay, around 12,000, 10 to 12,000 SSD with a discount, after discount. Okay, so now what happened that manufacturing of SSDs may be increased, that SSDs also now come to the normal cost. So around 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 1 TB of SSDs also coming. Okay, again, in the model, speeds, certain specification, cost difference is there. But anyway, compared to hard disk, SSDs are little costly now. Earlier, too much costly. Now it is little extra costly. Okay, that's why I written like this. Not suitable for regular data. Of course, we can store data into SSDs, but still cost-wise difference is there. Monday వస్తారా? Monday. Sure. Okay, it is costly, and when you are trying to compare 1 TB of, so we'll try from here 1 TB hard disk, internal PC purpose, PC hard disk. It is showing 3,800. This is showing, this is 2 TB. But we need a proper company related. So Western Digital, good one. Okay, here also models, certain things, 2.5 is laptop one. So this is 2 point, is a SSD, SATA interface SSD, not showing how much size. Okay. So you can compare. So it's we don't have time already 6 o'clock. So in this SSDs also two interface SSDs are there. One is SATA interface SSD. SATA interface SSD is like this. This is hard disk, hard disk, hard disk, hard disk, hard disk, hard disk. This is SATA interface SSD. Crucial model. Okay. See, this is like how we are connecting SATA interface hard disk. The same way we are utilizing this one. Okay. Same way we are connecting like that. Okay. So depends upon size. See, 1 terabyte we are getting around 5,700. Okay. So 1 terabyte hard disk is around 3,800, 400, 4,000. So difference is a small difference, but earlier 1 terabyte means okay, very costly. So it is SATA interface hard disk. Another one is this type NVMe M.2 type SSDs. These SSDs directly insert into the systems. Yeah, like this. You can take anything, Samsung or anything you can take. It is little costlier than SATA interface hard disk, but you see, this is the direct interface you are connecting it. Okay, these SSDs we are directly inserting into the motherboard. Motherboard directly it is inserted. Any model, other models will try. So I need to show the picture like this. See, it's on motherboard, we are directly inserting. By inserting onto the directly motherboard instead of using SATA cable, ID cables and all, okay, it increases speed also. Okay, if you compare the speed, it is almost all 10 times faster. See, it is a simple example. This SATA interface SSD, the speed of read and write is look like this. And if you compare with this model, P2 model, see it is around 4 times faster. But if you see this P3 model, it is around 10 times faster. Okay. So, but cost difference is definitely it is there. The cost is does not matter always. It is not always a big matter, but it is important is how it is looked like. Okay. So compared to hard disk, SSDs are lighter weight, easy to carry, no mechanical parts, no loose parts, no mechanical parts, lesser power consumptions, faster reading and writing of data, faster booting, faster application loading we can achieve. Okay. As compared to hard disk, it is little costlier than hard disk. And in the SSDs also are having SATA interface SSDs, which is how your SATA interface hard disk is connected. Same way we are connecting these things. Okay. And the NVMe M.2 type of SSDs directly insert on the laptop or desktop motherboards or server motherboards. So this is hard disk and SSD difference. Very important question. Hard disk and SSD. Okay. So that's it for today, guys. Any questions, doubts? And tomorrow no class. We'll meet you on Monday. But one thing is, check your WhatsApp. Maybe Ravan sir may conduct classes. Tomorrow technical class is not there. Monday technical class. But check your WhatsApp. Maybe Ravan sir may conduct any session or any wisdom ma'am somewhere maybe conduct. So check your WhatsApp. So be there with your WhatsApp. It's compulsory you have to attend the sessions like wisdom ma'am or Raven cell session, compulsory you should be there to give your present. Okay. And maybe they will take a session or maybe they will give you any exercises. So please do it. Be active in your WhatsApp group. Like that. Okay. Technical class is not there on Saturday and Sunday. So I forget to mention that is. More action. Can we edit this one? Sometimes you can edit. Okay. Yeah. Technical session because I don't know about. Sir will decide that. Okay. Okay. Thank you guys. Thank you. So I'm also stop this one. Okay. Meet you on Monday. Okay.